I thought I'd show you this video. I was recording some new videos the other day, and this was a curious market that occurred. And to start with, everything looks pretty ordinary on here, but as the market matures, you'll find that it takes on a new characteristic, and the characteristic is obviously defined by somebody who's active and in the market. So at the moment the market looks pretty ordinary, but there is actually nothing unusual about the way that the market is acting. But you'll notice in a second, obviously because this is pre-recorded, that I end up with a bit of a position stacked up, but at that point, and because I was recording the video for tuition, something interesting happened. So I stopped and stuck with my premise that my position was going to fill, based purely upon the fact that I could sense that there was somebody else in the market. And in fact, when you play the video back and look at it in a little bit more depth, you can begin to see it, and you'll see my mouse wiggling around as I'm trying to indicate what's happening. So it's about at this point that the position begins to break down a bit. And you can see that we've gone from this period of relatively stable prices now to lots of money being on both sides of the book, above and below the current price. So the person that's in the market has basically exposed their hand at this point. So if you look between 7 and 6.2, there was a big chunk of money. You may want to go back and review the video, and then the money gets pulled. So at this point I'm looking at it and thinking, well, hold on a second here. You know, there's some activity in the market. You can see there, bang, the price comes back in. Things like that happen every now and again. Somebody may just have found that the price strays into value territory. But again, now you can see that the money reappears above it. So I'm fairly confident here that somebody is active and in the market, and I can see their activity. There you go. You can see my mouse wiggling around, telling you where I think these people are. So I've cancelled the order above it, and then the money disappears. And you can see I've got my order at 6.6. But for a number of reasons that are too complicated to explain in this particular video, I'm pretty confident that the price will come back to around the point at which I can get out for no loss or a small profit. But most of that is based upon the activity that I've seen and feeling the person in the market. So you can see now there's been, and you may need to rewind the video again, there's been activity from 7s all the way down, 7.2 actually, was one of the points which he was active in. And you can see the money comes back again and it's gone. So this person is actively in the market and probably has multiple positions and is trying to shape the outcome of the next few ticks and so on. So you can see here again, lots of money on one side of the book, elements of it get pulled, and you can see my order sitting there quite comfortably. And then you can see again, you know, we've got a little bit of money at 6.4, 6.2, a bit at 6s. Whoever this is trying to get filled on one side, and when he does get filled, then there'll be modifications on both sides of the book. At the moment you can see there's money above and below the current price. So the money at 6 is supporting the current price. The money at 6.4, which includes mine, is holding up the price in the other direction. Money's arrived at 6.6, so more money's arrived at 6.2. Keeping a steady amount at 6, and I'm sure when the position looks favourable, then the money will go above it. There you go. So it's very likely that I will get filled on my order just above it now. And you can see the money at 6 has moved up to 6.2, which helps reinforce the activity at 6.4. But it's an interesting video for the fact that if you rewind it and replay it a few times, it's difficult to describe on the fly. But when you see my mouse wiggling around, and if you pay particular attention to the market, you'll see exactly where pressure's building in the book based upon the position that this other person has. So what we're effectively seeing here is we're feeling somebody else's presence in the market.
If you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com and download a free trial today.